Hi. Yesterday, the Federal Reserve decided to leave interest rates unchanged. Quite frankly, I hoped that they were going to finally change their policy and maintaining a credible attitude in the markets, having in mind the benefit of the US economy. It seems that in the end I was naive and they decided to continue with the same policy as before. Quite frankly, I don't see any reason today, fundamental reason, to continue having interest rates in the US so low. And quite frankly, I also don't see any reasons why they will do it in September compared to today, since in the next couple of months nothing is going to change other than the possibility or the existence of an agenda between this institution and others with regards to certain positions in the US stock market. On the screen you find this statement. In my opinion, the Federal Reserve wants you to buy Apple stock, and I'm going to explain why. And my answer, it has been rather clear: no thank you, buy you, good luck. I prefer to gamble in Microsoft or Amazon, that is to say, to have long positions in these companies, other than in Apple. And Amazon, as you know, it is by far more expensive in fundamentals comparing to Apple. So Apple, I'm not interested. I don't have any position in Apple. I'm not short the stock. I'm not long the stock. I have customers who are long the stock. I have customers who are short the stock, and I have a team member who is short the stock. All this information, it has been available very clear when I downgraded the shares of this company to neutral at $133. We are going to comment on this statement. Today the markets, they rallied significantly, almost at new all-time highs, and I'm referring to the overall market. For example, you have this ETF here, the power shares, the Qs on the screen, 110 and 73 cents, while you have Apple stock at $127.87. So the stock basically up probably 60 cents for the day. If you compare to Amazon, I believe that Amazon was up like $8 or $9 per share intraday, a huge gain compared to Apple. And if you refer, for example, to the performance of Microsoft, also superior to Apple, at least intraday. So I don't have, I repeat, because I'm tired of repeating the same, any interest whatsoever in buying this stock, Apple. And the reason why the Federal Reserve wants you to buy Apple stock is quite simple. Last earnings announcement, when the company announced, reported a very good quarter, and I announced it well before, in fact, the company reported. You have the live call on the website of the company. I already knew about what Apple was going to say. It happens that the stock plunged in very good earnings, right? So everyone knew that Apple was likely to beat earnings, okay? So the shares, they plunged. But the most important, it was the consequence that happened in the markets overall, in other companies. So you remember that when Apple shares, they started to plunge, other companies, or the overall market, started to plunging. So the Federal Reserve here, the reason for them to, or one of the key reasons, in my opinion, to leave interest rates unchanged, is precisely the fact that they are very concerned by raising rates. And when you look at Apple chart that I've been discussing for free on several videos, the chart is flashing sell signal all over the place. The fact is that when you look at the tape, when you look at the chart is flashing sell signals all over the place. So they are very concerned by raising interest rates at this point, because that will eventually trigger a sell-off and a break of the support in Apple. And moreover, since there are many funds and investors with very large long positions in Apple, that could hurt dramatically their performance. So I would say that the Federal Reserve, instead of having a credible attitude going forward or maintaining a credible attitude, they decided to benefit the position of certain institutions in the markets. Because, I repeat, if they change the policy, you will not see likely Apple at these prices, but the stock will be probably or likely at or trading at lower prices. And by breaking support and the momentum to decrease, you know that that can eventually have a negative impact, because all this is based on sentiment. Therefore, today, once again, you had stock analysts on Wall Street raising Apple stock targets based on the fact that the company is selling watches and watches bands. Well, Apple, it appears that is competing now with Rolex. Quite frankly, I prefer my Rolex to Apple Watch. And the reason is quite simple, my friends, is you might prefer, I have customers who bought the Apple Watch, the Gold Edition, but I drive a car at 250 kilometers per hour. So I don't want a fucking watch flashing when I'm driving, since the watch, if it starts flashing, say bye-bye to Vieira, and I leave two kids here in this world, and I don't want that to happen, all right? So I don't like, or I dislike, I don't see any benefit whatsoever to buy or to give profits to this company, Apple. I don't see, quite frankly, also I believe that the product is dramatically expensive, and I'm not a fool to give whatever, the fact that I have money does not mean that I am going to buy a watch where the profit margins are unbelievable, okay? It does not make sense to me. That is my personal opinion, and therefore I'm not interested to buy Apple stock. Nevertheless, and this is also my personal opinion, the Federal Reserve wants you to buy Apple stock. So they have to buy Apple stock, likely. So if you buy Apple, eventually you are going to make some money on the stock. But like I said on the screen, buy you, good luck, I'm not interested, thank you. That is what I have to say. And today I announced it for the first time, if you are following us live on Twitter, to take some profits, 30% in Umbrella. Umbrella, again, a new all-time high. Everyone is buying, today you had in the markets a rally. If you look at the screen, basically all companies, all stocks, they were up, except very few stocks. This company, Apple, up 60 cents. I mean, please, for God's sake, are we joking? Are we joking? If you have a margin account, if you have a position on margin in Apple, like I said, you have an open loss since $133. So other companies, or most stocks, they are outperforming this stock, Apple, every single day. The other company that today was not doing anything was Twitter. Well, you are already aware of it. Even Rackspace Technology, or hosting, outperformed Apple today. Even Sears Holdings outperformed Apple today. Every single stock outperformed Apple today. I don't want to buy Apple. Don't force me. Because my answer is always the same. I don't have a position, I'm not short the stock, I'm not long the stock, I don't want this stock. I don't want hamburgers also. I already explained this on a video. Sell Shake Shack shares at $95. Today, you have shares of Shake Shack at this price. It is recorded live, it is on the website. If you visit stockmarketlive.tv. Today you have shares of Shake Shack at $69 basically. So 95 to 69, my friends, you had plenty of time to sell. I announced it live, all right? So if you want to continue trading or investing in Shake Shack, there is a lesson explaining all this, all right? No surprise whatsoever. But I prefer, like I said before, to gamble, and bear in mind, here we have the code in Umbrella. It closed at $126.70. Today in the morning I announced for the first time in months to reduce the investment position in Umbrella, 125.5. I had customers selling at higher prices. I had a team member selling at $127.70, higher than me, all right? So everyone had the opportunity to take profits. I said 30% above my own price. I'm not greedy. So Umbrella every single day. I repeated this yesterday. I recorded a live streaming free session. Umbrella every single day, new all-time highs. Today you had a new all-time high. So for the first time I saw a reason to take some profits or to reduce the size of the investment position Umbrella. Umbrella, or comparing to Apple performance, it is a shame. Only a great fool would have a position in Apple. I already explained this, I already proved mathematically this. Every single stock in the market outperforms Apple, with the exception of Twitter and with the exception of, for example, this company, Transocean, which is other company that we announced. Sell the stock if you have a long position at $21.88. It is live on Twitter, and then sell short the stock. Today you have Transocean at below $17. Today you have $1 million because I said you can make $1 million by selling short this company, and this has been a strong sell since $50 plus, when your great hero Carl Icahn said invest in Transocean. So Transocean collapsed, and it is not only in fact Transocean, many companies they collapsed, all right? So I'm not interested in Apple. I don't see the stock going to $240. I don't believe this stock is worth $240. And in fact, I believe, or I think, that the Federal Reserve and some other, there are some interests that they are, quite frankly, orientated towards buying Apple for other reasons. And the other reasons is they are very concerned with the US stock market, because I find the US stock market very expensive at this point. In fact, some of these companies that they do not have a strategy, in the sense, no new products other than to extend the life cycle of the iPhone. It was the case with iPhone 6 Plus, with the new versions of the iPhone 6, but there are nothing new. The watch is not going to, is not going to sell 100 or 200 million units. I don't know. I find it ridiculous to increase the price target of a company because it is selling bands for watches more than expected, or because it is selling watches. I prefer to raise the price target of Rolex or Patek Philippe, my friends. It's very simple, all right? So I wanted to show you other thing which I consider important, an article on CNN, and by the way, sometimes you see good articles from this, from Paul Volcker, is ex-chairman of the Federal Reserve, and I think that this article is quite good. It does not have many recommendations on Facebook. It is normal. When you have a good article, you normally don't have many recommendations. It's precisely quite the opposite. When you have a bad article, if it was a pop singer here, you would see, or plenty of recommendations. If you would see a Hollywood star crapping or doing something, or getting buzzed, you will see here probably 2,000 or 3,000 Facebook shares. So basically, I repeat, you should read this article. I think it is a good article, and I share the same opinion as this person. We share the same opinion, so I share exactly the same opinion, and this is in fact an idea or a concept that I've been discussing here for free at stockmarketlive.tv. So you can go through the article, and also you can play the video and to listen to his comments. Okay, I think he's a credible person. I don't know about your opinion, but even if you disagree with mine, at least you have the opinion of someone here that might tell you something. So we share the same opinion because my opinion has been the same as him. Okay, so this is what I have to say with regards to Apple, that the Federal Reserve wants you to buy Apple stock for those reasons that if you refer to the Apple chart, all the chart itself flashes sell signal all over the place, but all over the place, my friends, is all over the place. So if you buy today Apple stock, since the Federal Reserve has to defend, the stock, likely you are going to make some money within 1 or 2 months. But I prefer to gamble in other companies. I prefer the umbrella. I even prefer to buy, I don't know, Sears Holdings than, which is not the case, but then Apple. I don't want Apple, don't want to listen Apple for the rest of 2015, all right? I prefer Microsoft, I prefer Amazon to gamble than Apple. So please don't make any more questions about Apple because I'm tired.